Welcome to today's video. We are doing, as you can see, a creepy clown tutorial today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so already, and let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. We're going to start by mapping out where we want this pulled up skin piece to go. I'm just using a white eyeliner and then going in with some liquid latex. This is from Nigel Beauty. And using a cosmetic sponge, we're going to just start to place it on the areas where the skin is going to be pulling up. Now keep in mind, you do have to do several layers of this, but you need it to dry in between. So while it is drying, I'm going to go ahead in and do some whites or on the other side of the face. This is the NYX SFX Cream Face and Body Paint, and I'm just placing this in the areas where I know I want the white side to be, avoiding the area where the skin is going to be pulling up because that is going to be regular skin colored with foundation. Also keep in mind that these cream paints are just that, they are cream, so they will need to be set as opposed to a watercolor or something that is water activated that would not need to be set. So keep that in mind if you decide to use cream paints for your look. We're going to quickly go back to the face and do a little bit more latex just above the eye because this is also going to be another area where their skin looks as though it's pulling up. While that's drying, we're going to be going in and filling in the other side with some more cream paint. Again, this is from NYX Professional Makeup, and this is the cream paint in blue. I'm filling this in, but like I said, keep in mind that when you put down cream paints, you have to set them. So for the blue, I'm going to be setting it with a blue eyeshadow, black, I'm going to be setting it with a black eyeshadow, etc. I'm going in with this product from NYX Cosmetics. It's an eye gloss, and I'm just placing this just all over the lid. It does not have to be perfect because, again, this is going to be a scary, creepy clown, so it's okay if it's not perfect. As the latex above the eye dried, I'm going back now and just doing a second layer. Again, leaving it to dry and going back and doing some more areas. I would say I ended up doing approximately 4 layers. That was a perfect thickness for me so that I could pull it up later and it was enough quote-unquote skin to be pulled up. Alright, so while that's drying, we're going to go back and set some of that makeup on the eyes. We are using the NYX Cosmetics Surreal My Heart eyeshadow palette. Like I said, if they're creams, you have to set them. So I'm just setting those areas with some eyeshadow. So we're going in and adding some yellow paints and then setting it with some yellow eyeshadow. So that's a theme here. Any cream that you have to set it, whether you use a translucent powder or an eye color shadow that matches. Here I'm placing down some eyelash glue. This is just some adhesive and where I'm going to put some little gems. I got these gems from Michael's. I wanted to give this kind of a few gems as well as some glitter just because we're going to be putting some blood later and I thought it deserved some glitter. So just some craft glitter above the eye. Just use some NYX glitter glue. Just using my finger to place it all in the areas. Just be careful around your eyes because you don't want to get glitter in your eyes. I didn't want to wear a big bulky nose, so I'm just painting on a little red nose and we're going to go back later and put some glitter on it as well. We are going to focus now on the latex, so we're going to start pulling it up now that we've done all of the different layers. So what we're going to do is gently start to pull up. I'm using tweezers to help get it started and then gently pulling up. You don't want to pull it so hard that it comes off completely, just a little bit around the edges so that it looks as though the skin is pulling up off of the face. So I'm just going to let you watch me just kind of pull that up. And then we'll move on to the next step. So now that you have gently pulled up all those pieces of quote skin or latex, we're going to go ahead and back to that face that's being pulled up and actually make it look more like a face. So we're adding some foundation. This is the NYX Cosmetics Total Control Foundation. Make sure you bring that foundation all the way onto those little pieces. You don't want them to be a different color because you do want to look as though they are part of the skin. I decided I wanted to do a little design on this side as well, so just using some yellow cream paint from NYX Professional Makeup. I'm just creating a little design underneath the eye and above the eye. Just doing a little bit of color on the eyelid itself. We're using that blue from the eyeshadow palette that we used earlier. Filling in the rest of the space with the yellow cream. And of course, I also set it off camera with the powder as well. Using this eyeliner to outline the area, it doesn't have to be perfect because there's going to be blood all around this side. Adding some gemstones as well. And then we'll move on to the next step. For the lip area, we're going to be using the NYX Professional Makeup Liquid Suede and Kitten Heels. And at first, I'm just placing this on my lips, bringing it up a little bit in the left, but we'll go back to it because I realized that the latex on the side of the mouth needed to dry a little bit more. But this gave me some time to go back in and add some glitter to the nose as well as put on some blush. So we are using the Sweet Cheek palette from NYX Professional Makeup, and I'm using the pinkish shade in the palette. And then heading back to the lips now that the latex is dry. So I'm just adding that liquid latex using the wand itself and just placing it all underneath all of that latex area. You want to make sure all of that is covered. I also found these lashes from Kiss Lashes. They are in the style Fiery Fairies and they were a rainbow shade, so I thought they'd be fun for the look. So I popped these on and then we're going to move on to the next step. We are going to do some shading just using that black eyeshadow from the palette earlier, just around the mouth so to give it a little bit more dimension on this side of the face. We're going to shade this area and then we're also going to do this on the side of the eye as well. We're really only focusing it on this side of the face, not the side that's going to be lifted up. I put a little bit of shading underneath the mouth as well, just to make it look a little bit more grungy. Now here's the fun part. As you can see, I love this part. We are going in with some blood. This is the Mehron Stage Blood first, and we're just going to be using a Q-tip to place this underneath where that flap of skin or latex is. I like to use this first and then go in with a little bit thicker blood later, just so you can have two different types of blood for the look. Using a Q-tip, I'm just placing it in the areas I feel the blood should be. On the top of the latex, I wanted to put a thicker blood, so I'm using Nye's Fresh Scab Blood, again using that Q-tip and placing this all on the outside parts of the skin. I also did the same thing on the mouth, so I started on the inside with the Stage Blood and then added in some Fresh Scab Blood on top of the skin. I added a little bit of blood on the face portion as well, and then I moved on to some highlighting. I'm using the NYX white eyeliner just to give the clown a little bit more highlights all over the face. And then we're just going to add a little bit more dimension by adding the Stage Blood with a sponge just around those areas. And this is the last step, you guys. I hope that you loved this look. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Happy Halloween.